Good afternoon, everybody. I didn't tell anybody I was coming live. Um, I decided to give you guys an update on the Talberts, what's happening, and and to share my experience with you guys. I'm gonna share this video because I just want to put some things out there. A lot of people are texting me every day, asking me about my whereabouts, and I think it's wise that I give you guys an update on what is happening. Okay, honey bone says, man. Honey bones. Okay. So I know that you guys are, longing to see Paula Talbert, and I'm here to fill you in on what's happening and why I'm not yet, fully. But this a girl that's serious, she see me, she there lie down long time. All right. Okay. Hold on there. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, mommy, honey buns. Before you start holler upon the people in live. All right. She did wrong. Done the same way. I'm going to send me a breastfeed. But guys, I'm here to talk. Before I start talking, I want to thank you, Father God, for everything that you have done for the Talberts. I want to thank you for, my life. I want to thank you for the experiences that you have put me through. I want to thank you for the strength that you have given us, through everything that we have gone through. I never thought that, I would actually feel better or coming on to feeling better. I want to thank you for each and every one that sends their love and prayers up for us. I just want to thank you. You understand? Amen. Amen. No, you see me not call nobody on Facebook now, nothing at all, so you don't know, say. Me just still, I contemplate what, or when I'm going to talk about certain things. I want to start by saying I didn't disrespect anyone. I did not, it wasn't my intention. I made a video for this, but I decided I don't want to be, I have to choose my words wisely. You understand? My mother passed away. I decided that I will not let social media pick at my grief, and I will not, come on here saying this and that, knowing that I am not 100%. You guys know that I'm not that type of person. I go to God for strength. I go to God for help. I go to God when I'm confused. I go to God for every single thing. I do not go to... Hold on a little bit. When I hear me? When I hear me, right? Tell me if you hear me. Hold on a little bit there. Hold on. Now hear me, right? I will call her. All right, you now hear me now, right? All right. So basically, I do not, I decided not to come on social media. I decided to come off because, she died and I was wondering what was happening around me. You guys have to remember that I had gestational diabetes. I was giving myself insulin and I was pregnant. You understand? Um, I decided even coming back to social media, I will not discuss the last times with my mother. I will not discuss anything where her is concerned. She died, and I rest each and everything in God's hands. And trust me, you will find out why I say that. Because let me tell you something, people. When the devil come to attack you, he will attack you. He will take away your joy. He will take away every single thing from you. What you have to understand is that when we talk about relying on God and asking Him for help, or seeking strength within yourself when you don't have it, it's something that you have to do behind closed doors. It's something that you have to do with God. It's something that you have to tackle yourself, while not showing the entire world, say boy, say boy, this a one and this and this, and you look so, I don't know how to put it, but that is just not me. That is just not me. You understand? Basically, I took it very harder than I thought. You understand? I ended up having preeclampsia. A lot of people, you know, I will not say that it was right, for a lot of people to judge and say this and say that, because again, I'm a person of social media. I'm a person who comes on social media and tell you guys what's happening and tell you guys this and that and whatever the case may be. So I have to realize that when I do things like that, I open my life to um, criticism and stuff like that. But what I do know is that I do not and will never put my worries where people is concerned. And honestly, I love you guys, of course, and what you have done for us, and how you guys have always be there, prayed for us, and me appreciate it. You don't know that. You not hear me? If you not hear me, let me know, because my thing there stick. I mean, I don't know why. So if you not hear me, let me know. Cause me nah, my thing is like my thing. Oh yeah, thanks. Raise up the phone to avoid. All right, good. Um, again, whew, where was I? All right, so my husband is not here. He wasn't here at the point of my mother passing. My kids were in school. Um, Poochie was here, Brianna was here. I couldn't take the time to really break down, because my kids have to go to school. I have to make sure that I go to all my doctor's appointment. I was told that I could not go to Jamaica. My health was deteriorating, right? Um, when people tell me that they lose somebody close to them, whether it's their mother, their father, their sister, their brother, I give my condolences, and I try my best to be very, you know, I try my best to be there for that person. Hold on. All right, baby girl. Okay. right? I try my best to be there for that person. You understand? As much as I can. But I never thought that they were going through such turmoil, such, you know, hurt and pain. I waited until my kids were at school. I tried my best to stay healthy. I tried my best to eat as much as I can. I tried my best, to do everything that everybody told me to do. But people, when I tell you I was going downhill every time, I was going downhill. Going to the doctor, I was getting worse. I was getting worse. The last thing that happened was I was here. I was lying down, and it was a couple days before my mother's funeral. And I was thinking, I cannot go to her funeral. I cannot see her. And I was listening to some music that she used to listen to, and went into the bathroom, and I was passing blood when I was peeing. Auntie Buzz was on the phone really when I was talking, and I panicked. I was like, oh my God, because, I was listening to the music, but I was crying. You understand? Baby girl, baby girl, what happened? What happened, baby girl? What happened? Mm? You don't want mommy to say anything? Mm? Here. Here, mommy, honey bones. But yeah, um, I started passing blood. I was very surprised. Um, I'm sharing this with you guys because of where I am now. I'm gonna come on social media, come say anything unless I know that I'm almost there and or I'm ready, to share what God has done for us. I was not ready to have my daughter. It wasn't time. I went to the hospital, was very emotional. I went there. Auntie Buzz said, go, you have to go. I went, I called Poochie, I called Brianna, I let them know that I'm going in the hospital. I called my husband. I waited to call my husband because I didn't want to, put him in a panic state before he knew what was really happening. When I went there, they sent me straight up to labor and delivery. I was in panic. I was like, he was supposed to be here with me to um, see the delivery of the baby. Father God, I thank you. In the midst of it all, I wonder to myself, what is really happening? You know, I was at labor and delivery, and I wasn't for the first time because I was a nurse in Jamaica, so I know what blood pressure should look like. I know certain things that they would check for. I'll be checking with them, but my mind was just not in that place at the time. You know, I could feel TT. You understand? And I say, me feel her. So then probably just I go tell me say, me probably because I was not drinking a lot of water the last time they put me on IV. I was getting iron through IV. Everything had to be given to me through IV because the medication was helping. I was going down, but I was trying my best to stay up for my kids and my family. And this is why I tell people that social media was not the right place for me. You understand? Social media was not the right place for me at that time. I had to think about me, but then I had to make sure that, I'm grieving. I make sure TT all right. I make sure my kids are right. It's so much. So the doctor when they checked me, I heard they went for the doctor and the doctor came in. Two doctors came in, and they said, Miss Anderson, I am sorry, but you have preeclampsia. I said, how? And he said that because we're seeing your blood pressure levels and they're through the roof. You understand? And I said, my blood pressure is through the roof. And he said, yes, your blood pressure is through the roof and it is shown because you already have gestational diabetes, right? And you have predisposing preeclampsia with complications, right? Couple days before my mother's funeral. Do you understand? I started crying, and I asked to see a chaplain because I'm not going to break down, and I'm ready to tell you guys what's happening. Because I was wondering why so many things are happening to me at this, you know, time. And when I told the doctor what was happening, he said, oh my God. He stand up, he put his hand on my shoulder, and he said, oh my God. And he said to me, I know that you're going through a lot, and I know that, your mind is all over the place, but this baby needs you right now. I called my husband. I had to tell my husband, out of the blues, I am going to be induced, and I am going to be here without you. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I said, I want to speak to a chaplain. I want to speak to a chaplain. There wasn't a chaplain there. I had to wait. But wanted, I didn't trust myself at this moment. What I was thinking, what was going through my mind, you know, I say, Brianna was actually gone. She went to training in the woods and she was worried because she was saying, what if I go and you needed me? So I had Pooch, who had to stay with the kids. And so basically, I would be delivering this child on my own with all these doctors here. And Tally is not there. And I said, why? I'm waiting for them to come for me to take me to the delivery room. And I'm asking myself, I said, how am I gonna do this? I said, how am I gonna do this? How am I gonna push and how am I gonna, you know, handle this pain? How am I gonna go through all of this? People will tell her I was in a state of, but believe it or not, God will send people in times when we don't expect it. I went to the labor and delivery room. You could see the fear in my eyes when my husband called me. He said to me, babes, TT need you. And I'm not there, you know. And I was listening to him, but I wasn't listening to him honestly. Because this is happening right now. And they said to me they're gonna give me some magnesium and they're gonna, give me some stuff. They hooked me up on all kind of things, and it was about after 10 in the night. Went through the next day. I wasn't contracting. I wasn't feeling anything. I was just laying there. I did not sleep. The nurses was like, every time I come here, your eyes are wide open. What's happening? Eventually, the chaplain came, and it wasn't a chaplain, it was a colonel. He was a chaplain, but normally you wouldn't get a chaplain, a colonel, to talk to. And he came in, he said he was passing by doing his rounds, and he came in. And when I saw him, I felt like, all right, God sent somebody now for talk some sense inside of me now because I am jumbled. I don't know what to think of what I'm going to do. I don't know What to do when the time comes, if I have the strength, what's going to happen, I don't know. I Chaplain came, he sat down, I told him everything. And the chaplain said to me that, do you know why you're having a daughter? I said, I don't know. He said, God sent you a daughter for a reason. And he wants you to know that you will be comforted and that losing your mom, you should stick to your memories. You didn't need to see your mother. You need to hold on to the memories that you already have and keep her. And keep her memories with me. I was a bit emotional because there was nothing I could do, and God was telling me that some of our hardest battles still have lessons that we have to learn, and we still have to have faith. I didn't come to cry today, you know. We have to have faith, and we have to believe that what God is doing is for the best, and that His love is everlasting. And even though we cry, and even though we are in pain, He's there for us, to hold us, to guide us, and He will still send someone. He will still send someone to keep us strong. I remember when he prayed, I felt the presence of God and Him telling me that everything will be all right and that I shouldn't worry about things that He is responsible for and that I shouldn't hide how I feel because He is my protector. And even though my husband is not there, He wants me to lean on Him for strength. When the chaplain left, my stepmother, I've never talked about my stepmother before, my father's wife called me, and we never had a steady relationship when I left, but we rekindled our relationship when my mother died. I mean, she was on the phone for quite some time, and she hung up. Poochie called. Poochie made sure that the kids had food to eat. She made sure that she came up and see me and everything, but she had to make sure that the kids were fine, so, because it was just her, so she couldn't stay there with me, and she had to work as well. My stepmother called back. My husband, he was still in training, and he was more than worried, because I'm not going to tell you that I'm strong when I'm not. I'm not going to tell you that everything is fine. I always want to be truthful of my feelings because you never know what can happen. You never know what can happen. So even in your dire times, you have to be true to yourself. My stepmother called and she was there. We were talking and everything, and they sat me up. The doctor came, he broke my water, and I started to feel pain and everything. When I reached 6 centimeters, they gave me the anesthesia. What is something? They gave me the anesthesia. At, they gave me the anesthesia at 6 centimeters because I couldn't take the pain anymore. And my blood pressure was just fluttering all over. You understand? Jason, I'm gonna take it. Are you here? See it there? See there? See there, my baby girl? Right, so they gave me the anesthesia at 6 centimeters, right? And guys, I honestly was happy that my stepmother was on the phone. When they gave me the anesthesia, the epidural, I started to feel funny, you know. My back started hurting. My feet, I can't feel them. I feel tingling and everything, but something was not right with my chest. Father God, I thank you, you know. I thank you for the most important thing. I thank you for life. Guys, they sat me up because I told them I wasn't feeling right in my chest. Sat me right up. My stepmother was on the phone, and I said, something is wrong, something is wrong. Help me, something is wrong. And my stepmother said I black out. I don't remember what happened after I black out, but she was still on the phone. And it was nice enough for the doctors to actually talk to her, and she could see what was happening because she was on FaceTime. She said that they tried to give me an IV or take blood or something. And everywhere they searched on my body for a vein, they were saying they can't find any, they can't find any. They keep talking to me. Miss Anderson, Miss Anderson, I wasn't responding. And she said the last thing that happened, because they were going to take me, I think she said they were going to take me to the ICU. The a doctor came and I think inject me with a needle right away in my foot and said, Miss Anderson, you're going to feel this, I'm sorry, or whatever. And she said when she did that, I my body just came back up. Like I come up back like that. And that was when I saw the the nurse came in and saw me, you know, with my eyes open and everything. And she yelled out and said, cancel the ICU, cancel the ICU. And I was surprised. I said, what? And it was when the doctor said to me, I'm going to take you off the magnesium. We don't know what happened a while ago with you. You were fine. And then I don't know what happened to you really, but you black out and we have to take away all the medicines to see what your body was doing. You understand what I'm saying? Guys, I was happy that the chaplain came in before and prayed. And I was also happy that my stepmother was on the phone praying while all of that was happening, right? When they took me off all those medication or whatever, um, my body, well, they didn't take me off the epidural, but they took me off the magnesium because I guess they said I don't know, they gave me too much. I don't know, but I know that they took some bags of stuff off. Um, I was told to relax, you know. They're gonna check on me. My stepmother was still on the phone, and she started to tell me of everything that happened when I couldn't, know what was happening. She said my brothers and sisters were singing a gospel music, and they were praying and they were hoping that I would have become responsive again. And I was looking at the fact that it was a couple of days before my mother's funeral, and I had that battle. You hear what I tell you guys? And every time when I think that I'm alone, I didn't want this to happen like this. I wanted Duran to have this experience. Poochie and Brianna were supposed to be here. The kids were supposed to be here. You know, God knows what we need when we need it. A second chaplain, I'm not lying, guys. A second chaplain, she was a commander, said she was passing by again, making her rounds. Came to me. She said, "What's happening?" Whatever. And I told her. And she said to me, "I have something to tell you." She said, Psalms 23 is my favorite Psalms. She said, "Do you recall the part, the chapter that says, Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me." She said, God did not promise us that we will not walk. He did not promise us that we will not face trials and tribulations. He did not promise us that Paula is not going to face this because she's worshiping me. Tali is not going to face this because he's a good person. He says, "Yea, though you walk through the valley of shadow of death, you will fear no evil," because guess who is with us? Because God is with us. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. You understand? And she was telling me a lot of people don't understand how powerful that is, right? He wants us to have faith. He wants us to trust him, even in the times when it seems so dull, even in the times when we see little to no sign of help. I had Tristan. Tristan was premature. I was not doing so well. I had the magnesium in her body. She had it, so she was a little droopy, and she was, you know, trying to not sleep because the magnesium slows down your body. And that's what Tristan had in her body as well. I recovered. She left 2 Bibles with me. I still have them. And I recovered. They let me stay in the hospital with her because she wasn't doing so well. She was premature, so they had to hold on. Oh, my baby. Oh, my baby girl. Mm, what happened? Mm, what happened? Oh, oops, sorry, yeah. So, I had her, and I want to say since then I have been thanking him. I have been asking him to help me in my healing process. I have been asking him to guide me and protect me and to help our family, because this is something that, you know, a lot of people think that trauma is something that we can snap out of. We can't snap out of trauma. A trauma like that. My mother, when I had the baby, My mother was buried a couple days later, and I watched her funeral on streaming. I had to, you understand? I don't know how to tell you guys, because a lot of people telling me that even 20 years, 10 years after, they still grieve their loved ones. And I have to find my way back to what God wants me, where He wants me. In all that time, I'm going to share with you some things that I have done in that time. I did have the baby shower. I didn't do it live, as you know. It was just the girls here. We had all the decorations, all the things. And as I say, I had to keep myself busy, keep myself focused. Because as I told you, my health was going downhill. And it wasn't intentional. You understand? It wasn't intentional, but I'm here. I am here. And I want to tell you guys, thank you for respecting our privacy. Thank you for your prayers. Open your eyes, baby girl. Thank you for, I see all your messages, and of course I'm coming back. There's nothing more powerful than telling everyone what God has done for me again. But I encourage someone today, even in this time of me finding my way back. Yes, there are a lot of times when we preach of the wondrous things that God can do. And when He put us to the test, and it's that time for you to take heed of what He says, He will guide you, He will protect you, He will keep you, He will never forsake you. In the time of weeping, yes, we become afraid, we become terrified. We forgot what we preach. We forgot we forgot our faith. Two times I needed someone to lead me back to where I had been. The 2 times God sent them. He sent a colonel who was a pastor in the military, and He sent a commander who is a pastor in the military. 2 times. 2 times. Do you understand? And I cried. I said, God, you always send somebody when I needed it. Yes, I asked for the chaplain. I asked for a chaplain, but I got a colonel was responsible for all, this division over here. So, you understand what I say? And I want to tell you, whatever you're going through at this time, hey, baby girl, put God first. And keep praying for the Talberts, I will be posting some pictures and, stuff from the baby shower, and also from the hospital. You understand? And again, I want to say thank you. I can't say thank you enough. I can't say thank you enough. Life is something, people. Life is something. Life is something. We can't take life for granted. We wake up and we just wake up. I don't know who that person is right this song. So that's what I wanted to tell you guys, yes? I want to tell you guys thank you. And I hope that you guys, and I part of with the update. I told you guys that the only time I will come and talk about anything at all is when, I'm partially through it. I'm not gonna come here and, me know me not in the right frame of mind, or me know say, boy, me not in the mood for talk, or, because I don't want to come off the wrong way, disrespecting anybody. So people, when you have grief, when you have problems, when you have anything that is confusing, don't come on here. You understand? You don't do that. You wait on the Lord. You give yourself some time. You take away yourself and you try your best to heal. You try your best to look into whatever it is and try to make sense out of it and try to learn from it and try to see what, you understand? You understand? So, yeah. And of course, I'm coming back. You can't get rid of me that easy. I just know that I have to be strong and I have to gather up some strength, people. You understand? So, big up everybody who's here. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you for your love and affection. And TT is fine. We are home now. And we are doing the best that we can to pray. That's the number one thing that I incorporate in this family: prayer and strength. You understand? And I am happy that God decided to send people my way whenever I need them the most. So just know that, we are fine. We are just here giving God the thanks and the praise. And if you have not give God thanks for your life, give him thanks for life. Yeah? Baby girl. So I'm gonna now, people. Yeah? Because that girl I get mad for me.